welcome back. It's Shelby, and today we are making a hair comb out of, well, a plastic hair comb that I have from the store. They come in packs of 2, 6, and 12, I think, just depending on which one you pick up. And this I found at Michael's Crafts. Let's see if we can get to focus. That's always the internal struggle, isn't it? So it's these picks that I guess you put in flowers to make them nice and shiny and sparkly. And we are going to use these today to bling this out and make it a super adorable hair comb for super cheap. I'll link what you need down in the description below along with my socials, and let's get going. So here is the box of hair picks that I've got. It's the David Tutera Collection. I picked these up at Michael's. Basically they're little gems on wires that you put inside of flowers. That's what they look like on the inside. You can see they're just kind of tied up like that. I think they're a little bit different than shown here. These actually look like beads, whereas these look like crystals. And then I have just a regular hair comb, plastic. But I like these, and these work well in my hair, so just find one that works really well in your own hair and go with that. So I started by removing 3 of the picks from the package, putting the rest away, and just unwinding them. They are a very soft, malleable wire, which is great because I'm attaching it to the comb just with the wire itself. I'm going to use the twisting and kind of wrapping motion to fasten them together. So basically what I'm doing is just taking care to go around the tines, but not in sort of a willy-nilly fashion. I'm going around twice and then locking the top wire down with a loop, and then going back through the tines in a way that is going to create a nice wrap up top, but also get a couple different leverage points for the wire that I am wrapping, so it's not one giant loop over and over again that's going to kind of wobble in place. I've wrapped it around 3 times before I wrap it back in on itself. This does a couple things. First of all, it's going to, like I said, fasten it in place. And second of all, you see how there are relatively evenly spaced loops on the top of the comb there. It's going to become more apparent as we keep going. But basically what that does is create kind of a uniform wrap of the silver wire across the top of the comb. Even though for the most part that's hidden in your hair, it really is going to help just kind of make it look a little bit more, commercially made or, professionally made rather than handmade. And I think it's going to lend a nice authenticity to the craft insofar as not making it look like a homemade craft. For the next 2 picks, I'm going to fasten them the exact same way. I counted a few out. This is going to really depend on how large or small or how many tines your hair comb has. But basically just count out the correct number of tines so that they will be evenly spaced on there. So 2 on the sides and 1 in the middle. Or if you have a giant comb and like sparser picks or just a big comb in general, maybe you want to add more gems to it. It can support it. I just think 3 would be nice on here. I think it would be a nice balance for this particular comb. But you can definitely do more or less as you see fit. And basically just fasten them on the exact same way. You're going to want to take special care that however you wrap it identically for all 3 of them. Like I said, this is going to help make it look a bit more professional, a bit less homemade. So make sure all the wraps and lockings are exactly the same. And then once you're done, you get to do the fun part, which is decorate the actual crystals. So since this is a malleable wire, you can bend them in place and they kind of stay there. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty easy to bend them. So if you knock them around too much, they will move, they will. But for the most part, if you just keep them in place and then treat it gently, it's going to stay in place. So this is the time to kind of make that lovely crystal shape that you're going for. And that's what's going to really sell it as a beautiful hairpiece, a beautiful crystal fastener, a hair comb that you can wear basically anytime you want to look a little bit fancier, like a prom or just going out or a wedding or whatever. This is going to be a super cute crystal comb for that. But you can see once it's all kind of smushed and molded into this beautiful crystal piece, it looks very beautiful. Honestly, I think it looks great. It does look very professional, and I'm very excited about it. Also, as long as you're gentle with it, like I said, it can put up with a fair amount of abuse. I mean, you can definitely wear it, you can shake it about a bit and see that it's not going to
like move too much, you can wobble it quite a bit, and it's going to keep its shape. So don't worry too much about that. You just don't want to knock it with anything with pressure, like your fingers.
Okay, so I decided a ponytail probably wasn't fancy enough for debuting this craft, so I put it up just in like a little fake updo with my scrunchie. But this is how the comb turned out. I think it's really beautiful, really pretty. It's just a hair comb, so that part's gonna fit in my hair real easily. It's more just the fact that the gems fit and fasten so well to it and are so beautiful. And I didn't even use the whole box. I have quite a few left, so it is a quite budget-friendly craft, which is great. Gives you like a glamorous little hairpiece to wear out if you want to look a little bit fancy. Normally I wear these quite a bit further back on my head, but for the sake of the camera, I'm gonna put it pretty close to the front, just so you all can see it. Just kind of like that. I think that's in frame. It's hard to tell. But yeah, I'll do some close-ups at the end, and I hope you guys like this craft. I did, and it was fun to make. I'll probably make some similar hair pieces for myself going forward, but I hope to see you guys here again soon. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now. So this is a close-up of the hair comb after I kind of manhandled it and put it in and out of my hair. So these are pretty delicate. You can move them around fairly easily, but I think it held up really well. Everything stayed fastened really nicely. It's just a matter of it not necessarily being perfectly in the same shape that it started with, but it turned out really well and it looks really great. So I'm super pleased with it. And yeah, I hope you guys like the craft as well. Thanks for watching.